Welcome to my channel, or if you just saw my first ever video, welcome back. Today is going to be a short, quick video. I'm just going to do a paycheck budget breakdown. I did get paid today, but like I said in my first video, if you haven't watched that, please go watch that. I set up my budget planner and my one binder. I set that up, and I also told you guys that I will not be cash stuffing this paycheck. I will be starting my next paycheck, which is June 7th. So this paycheck I got paid today. It is May 24th, and I do get paid bi-weekly, so my next paycheck will be on June 7th. So this paycheck will have to last 2 weeks. And like I also mentioned in the previous video, my boyfriend is not getting an income as of right now, so this is just going to be my paycheck that will have to cover the bills. We do have a chunk in the savings, which is good in case anything were to happen, God forbid. But as of right now, this is just going to be my income. But starting sometime next month, whenever he gets his first paycheck, it will be a 2-income budget. So today, May 24th, I got paid $1,243.22. This is supposed to be my source. I'm going to change this to the amount. And then I'm going to change this one to source. And this one is going to be income paycheck number 2 for May. I got paid $1,243.22 today. I will be keeping the 22 cents in my checkings. I just don't see a need to move that. And I know Dave Ramsey would say everything needs a place, but 22 cents, I think that could add on to the cushion in our bank account right now. So, we do have rollover that I will be adding just because our income is going to be a little short the next 2 weeks. That rollover will be $365. So, in total, and I don't have one of those fancy calculators that I've been seeing a lot of budgeters have. You know, we're starting small, and if it gets to that, if I can stay consistent, I will treat myself to a calculator. But until then, I've had this calculator since freshman year of high school, and I am about to be a senior, or technically I am a senior in college now, so she's still kicking. So 1,243 plus 365, that gives us a total of $1,608 for the next 2 weeks. Let's do this. And then one thing I do want to mention is I did get this budget worksheet from a fellow YouTuber. I will have her YouTube channel on the screen. But yeah, I just clicked on a link that she had in one of her folders, and I requested this document, and she shared it. So this was a free printable or free download, and you guys should go check her out. So again, $1,608 is what we have. Bills, I'm only going to be doing the bills that have to be paid between now and the 7th of June. So the first bill we have, it's going to be a mortgage. I'm only going to be budgeting half of that because we already have the other half in our account. So half of that will be $793.09. And then phone bill, which is due on the 5th. This will be $25. And if you hear any background noise, I'm sorry about that. My cat is in the room with me, so sorry if you hear it in the background. Next we have Spectrum, which is due on the 6th, and the bill is $86.99. I don't know why, but since we moved into this house, our internet has gone up. And I don't know what has changed. I don't know if it's a location or what, but I do need to look into that because it used to be a good chunk cheaper than it is now. So Right now it's $86.99, and that's how it's been since we moved in here in February. So, and then we have car insurance. Number one, again, I did explain this in my previous video, but we do have 2 car insurance payments a month. So the first one is $197, and that's for 2 vehicles. So the price isn't too bad for 2 vehicles. And then I think that is all the fixed expenses. Then we do have a couple variable expenses to add from now until June 7th. So the first one is Apple storage. And again, I keep repeating this, but if you saw my previous video, which was my first video, I did set up my monthly calendar planner for June. So these bills should look rather familiar if you saw that video. So Apple storage is 99 cents. Sorry about that. Netflix is due on the 3rd, and that is $16.34. And then let's add the one here because Apple storage is due on the 1st as well. Then we have Instant Ink, and I don't know the exact date this will be taken out, but it's usually between, I believe, the 2nd and the 5th of every month, and that is usually around $5. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but I will be budgeting $5 as of right now. I haven't really used my printer all too much. I'm sure that would be changing, seeing as I will be continuing these videos, and I will be using these Paycheck budget sheets because I find these rather simple and easy to follow along with. So, before we move any further, I do want to total up the fixed and variable expenses. Sinking of funds. So again, we're going off of one paycheck for the next 2 weeks, so I'm only going to be budgeting my necessities. It won't be any cash envelopes I will be budgeting for today, but that will be happening in my next paycheck on June 7th. So if you're interested in seeing that and what kind of cash envelopes I will be having, make sure you check out that video in a few weeks. So first we have groceries. And I budget $160. I'm still messing around with these numbers. Nothing's set in stone. Again, we recently bought this house. It's still fresh. It's still new. Not all of our sinking fund expenses are set yet, but on average, I'd say $160 is a good amount for 2 weeks for my boyfriend and I. So we have gas. Hi. Oh. Okay, gas, we have $150. Don't forget the one, Aliyah. I do have, I set aside $150 for gas because I do have a longer commute to work than I did before since moving. So, and I do have a Jeep, so gas mileage isn't the best, but I think $150 will suffice for my boyfriend and I's vehicles for the next 2 weeks. If there's leftovers, obviously that'll be rolled over to the next budgeting paycheck. And then we have coffee and takeout. I debated on even budgeting for this, but if I'm being realistic with you guys and myself, my boyfriend and I do purchase a lot of coffee. I think it's just something that we've gotten used to is, hey, let's do a quick coffee run and chat and catch up and things like that. So coffee is definitely something that will be a primary focus on setting a budget and sticking to it. So I have set aside $30 for coffee and takeout. I don't think we'll have any issues with the takeout aspect of it. So I think $30 is a good amount. You know, we gotta do what we gotta do here. And then we have household and toiletries. So let me just add this up really quick, because I'm debating how much I should put in household and pets, because my cats do have an upcoming vet appointment, and I did take my dog to the vet today, which cost $71. So that was already in my account. That will not be part of this amount that I will budget for. But just so you guys are aware, there will be vet appointments coming up soon. So let's calculate this so far. So, what did I say? $1,608 is my income for the next 2 weeks. Fixed expenses, that's $1,102.08. Variable is $22.33. And then, how much do we have left here? 1,608 minus 1,102.08 minus 22.33. So this, just so I don't forget, 43.59 is how much I have for my savings. So minus 160 minus another 150 minus 30. So we have 143 left between these two. So I think I'll do $100 in pets, just because that appointment is coming up. And then household, I'll do I think I'll do the rest of what's left, the $43.59 into households. So any household items we may need in the next few weeks. Although I did already dig into the groceries budget, and I believe I have to double check this number, but I believe I spent around $101 so far in groceries. So, and that was with me planning a few meals this week. So it's kind of cutting it close for next week, but we do have food in our kitchen. I can resort to leftovers or quick meals, so I don't think that should be a problem. Household items, I did just buy a few things as well, so geez, let me take a quick look in my other little notebook here. I did write down how much I spent. So toiletries, I spent $36. So we don't have much left, but I did spend that $36 with the idea in mind that I can't break this budget for the next 2 weeks. So if I do the math, I still have $7.59 for any household items we may need, and I do not think we'll need anything. I stocked up on some of the things that I knew we were gonna need soon, like toothpaste and things like that. So I think we're still good to go there. So let me calculate this up. $1,608, which levels out with the paycheck that I will be getting, including the rollover money. Alright, so with that being said, I think my budget's all set to go. Again, if I were to overspend in any of these categories, we do have a cushion in our savings account. I am trying my best not to touch it, and I think we'll be okay, but if worst comes to worst, I will dig into my savings, and then I'll keep that in mind for the next paycheck budget. So, yeah, with that being said, that is all I have going on. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you stick around until next week. I, again, get paid bi-weekly, so there will not be a budget paycheck with me, but I do plan on going over my expense tracker with you guys next week. I would like to start doing my expense tracker at least 1 time a week, hopefully 2, just so I can keep up to date on what I'm spending money on. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, make sure you subscribe and